What's up, guys? Today we're going to be doing a deep dive on the Crackles page in the PowerLink app. We're going to talk about what each slider does specifically. So go hop in your car, plug in your PowerLink, and follow along. Okay, so the first thing to talk about, and the most important thing, is all of this depends on your exhaust setup. Today we're working with an 8YS3 that has a downpipe and a full catback. So this one's going to be really loud. Yours may not be. Yours may be louder. It just depends on what setup you're running. All right, so first things first, open up your PowerLink app, go to More, then go to Sound. Here you'll see all the exhaust crackle settings. Right now it is on one of our presets of mild. There's off, which is self-explanatory, medium, aggressive, and custom. When you are in mild, medium, or aggressive, you're going to see what we preset as those settings. But we're really going to talk about custom today. So inside the custom, we have style, intensity, duration, and activation RPM. All right, guys, so the first one we're going to talk about is crackle style. Crackle style is the number of cylinders that remain active when the crackle mode is entered. For example, style 1 is all 4 cylinders active. Style 2 is 3 cylinders. Style 3 is 2 cylinders. And style 4 is 1 cylinder. What this means is this somewhat controls the frequency of the pops. Less cylinders active means more time between fueling events, meaning more time between pops. All right, the second one we're going to talk about is crackle intensity. This slider modifies the target ignition angle when crackle mode is active. In other words, less ignition advance or more retard results in more intense or louder pops. So essentially this slider just controls the intensity of the pops by using ignition advance. The third one is crackle duration. This slider modifies the crackle mode timeout. The timer begins as soon as the crackle mode is entered, and when it expires, the crackle mode is exited and normal deceleration operation begins. In other words, you're giving it throttle, and when you let off, it will crackle for 5 seconds. After that, it disengages and re-enters a normal deceleration. If you want to bring down, you can bring it all the way down to 0.5 of a second. That means when you let off throttle, it will enter crackle mode for half a second. And lastly is crackle minimum activation RPM. Essentially, this slider is determining what RPM you have to surpass to activate crackle mode. So in other words, if you set the activation RPM to 2000, you must surpass 2000 to activate crackles. All right, guys, now you understand how each one of these sliders work. There are thousands of combinations, so go out there and find the right sound for you.